have a dream, oh, I have a dream. Red, white, and blue, fly free, fly free. I believe, oh, I believe. Will you dream with me?
Good morning, everyone out there. Welcome to Changing Times. This is Wednesday, June. What is this? June the 15th. Oh my gosh. I've got to realize where I am. June 15th. This month is going by. I think it's because it's so hot outside. It's affecting my brain capability. But welcome to Changing Times. We are at show number 63.
It's because we started earlier today, Lynn. We got to get in the
that's
groove
right.
of the new showtime.
So let me kind of explain that. You know, normally right now that we would have
Steve
on. Yeah. And he's going to be on at 10 o'clock and we're going to be on at 9 o'clock. So we've just switched. So if you think that you're in the wrong place, wrong time, maybe we're in the wrong place, wrong time because we've kind of confused it. But anyway, so for now on, for our listeners, our viewers, be sure and watch it at 9 o'clock every Wednesday. And then Steve will be on at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
Right. So that's what's going to happen. So 2 good shows at 9 and 10. And so we appreciate that. Well, I tell you what, today is a special day. We've got a great guest, John Wilson. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for having me.
Hey, we are so glad that you are here. Light the Way Ministry. He and his wife, Beth, and we really appreciate you guys. But let's do the calendar first.
Okay.
And you've got the first one that's going on. We have things going on. Be sure and take a pencil and paper and write these things down. If you live in Southwest Missouri, these are events that you can go to.
Well, 1 month from today is the kickoff for Light the Way Ministries concert. So July 15th and 16th. Make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be on a Friday and Saturday at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds, Springfield, Missouri. Friday, we are going to have Crowder, and Saturday, LaCree. And we are going to have amazing singers, songwriters, all kinds of fun entertainment, and you don't want to miss it. So that's why John's here today. We're going to get you guys to buy some tickets and join us in the fun.
Yeah, very good. And we talk about Axe Fest. We have Axe Fest coming up July 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th. And that's going to be right here at the headquarters in Springfield, Missouri. We'll have more about that as we go along, but people can watch all over the world. This is a very, very important, large event. And we will have Jim Whining and people on here to Paul, our founding member of Acts Ministry. We'll have Paul Collins on there. And so it's going to be great. So those two are very important. We have the Ducks of Toma race this weekend.
Yes, on June 17th, 18th, and 19th. You need to get some ducks and watch them swim and hope that you end up winning a car and all the great prizes that they've got that benefit nonprofits right here in our community.
Yeah, 4 of them, 4 great nonprofits, and you can win a truck. You can win $500 worth of groceries. Everybody would want that. How about $500 worth of gas?
And it's a good time.
Yeah, and other prizes. I've bought 10 ducks, got 3 free for $100, and my ducks won't win. I've never won yet. They don't seem to know how to swim. But it's kind of interesting. They have this big net of thousands of ducks that they've sold, and they drop them all, and then they're supposed to go downstream. The current's supposed to take them downstream, and they pick the ducks that hit the net first. So it's kind of fun to watch them and stuff like that. Each duck has a number on it. And I think some of mine have been seen going upstream. I don't know how they do that, but are swimming upside down. I don't know why they do that, but it's going to be fun. So it's going to be really hot, and it's going to be fun. And then we have some other things really going on that I think that's really interesting. Next Friday, June the 24th, we're going to have CCRCC, the Central Committee Republican Party, going to have an ice cream social at Ozark Park, and I'll be speaking. Other Republicans will be speaking Friday, June 24th. Also, our good friend Louis Michael, he was here last week. singing some Elvis songs and stuff. And he is doing a large fundraiser for Choosing to Live. That's his nonprofit that is so important to try to prevent suicide, to make people know that every one of their lives are so important, and that we need to choose to live. And so they have 2 theater shows of Elvis. That's the premier Elvis show coming on that day, June 24th. They'll be released, and they've sold out almost 2 theaters now, and it's at the
Alamo Draft House, and they will actually have a member of the Presley family that's going to watch the movie, and they're raffling off a Corvette.
I think she's like a second cousin or something to Elvis, and so Louis has a Corvette that he obtained by probably a professional singer or some star somewhere, and he's actually going to raffle that off. Somebody's going to win a neat classic Corvette. Lots of other things going on. So that's going on. And then also on Saturday, that's Friday, June 24th. On Saturday, June 25th, I'm going to try to be in 3 places.
You can do it.
Well, I'm going to try to do it. So we have Clever Freedom celebration at Clever and the fireworks that night. So that's where I'm going to start off at a booth. And then I'm going to Nixa, and they have their fireworks that night. So I'm going to be there. And then I'm going to wrap it up at Sparta, where they have their 4th of July celebration. And so everybody's having a little early this year, but that's really good. And hope to see everybody out there. It's a great family time, lots of things going on at those parks. And so those are really good. So
Lynn, something that's not down that I just wanted to mention is yesterday was Flag Day.
That's right.
And, the song that we open and close with, talks about red, white, and blue, fly free, fly free. And I love our community. Everywhere I go, I see people flying the American flag. And, this still is the greatest nation, and just really proud to be an American citizen, and just wanted to honor Flag Day.
Well, I am glad you said that, Don, because Jan and I went last night. We're members of the Elks Club in Christian County, and they had a Flag Day celebration and a nice dinner. And then we retired a flag, and the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts actually did exactly the way they're supposed to do, where they cut each stripe, and each stripe means a different thing on the flag, and then the stars mean a different thing. And they actually said what each procedure, as they dropped it in the flame to retire the flag properly, that's what they did. And some great speakers that night. We had some nursing home residents. We had a lot of veterans there and stuff like that. And that's at the Elks Club in Christian County. They're always doing so many great things, but they did really honor the flag last night. And we had 4 women that were dressed in red, white, and blue. They called themselves jazz, but they sang patriotic songs. So I'm not exactly sure. I thought I was going to hear jazz, but no, it was patriotic songs, really cool songs, and we got to participate. And I'm a great singer. So John, really, I could be on you.
Yeah, you come be my headliner.
Yeah. Well, maybe not the headliner, but something. But anyway, hey, anything else, Don, before we get started? Well, I'm glad you said that, because Flag Day is important. In some ways, I always think that might be a more important holiday than some of the holidays that we celebrate. But you know what? They don't ask me. So we're okay with it, I guess. But no, so John Wilson, Light the Way Ministry, you've got a big event coming on, and we'll be there. Jan and I are going to be there. Don's going to be there. I mean, I've been telling friends, and how's the ticket sales going?
Well, they're going. I think a little bit of them slowed down here recently, and I think it's just mostly because of those gas prices. A lot of people don't have that extra money, and if they do, it's going in their gas tanks. So,
right.
But we still got a little time. 30 days out. We normally see a pretty big spike from this point on, and we're expecting that. But I think we're around 4,000 so far.
Okay.
We need about another couple more thousand, and I'll be a happy camper.
Okay. Well, I know it's different than what you've had in the past, because you've had it out there in the fields of Rogersville, out there beyond the shopping center area and of Jamestown. And so it's completely different, because now you have a limited number of seating at the fairgrounds. Is it about 7,000 a night?
Yeah, it's about 7,700.
70. So, okay. And so you'd like to get to there.
Yeah, at least.
At least there, but you could have people bringing lawn chairs back behind that group. I mean, can you get more people in?
Well, I mean, 7,700 is almost the capacity.
Okay.
You know, being in the city limits, it does put some restrictions on capacity laws and regulations that we got to honor. But 7,700 is about where we can go. But I mean, we've got plenty of room still, so
Okay.
we've not hit that. You know, we can. You know, there's plenty of room. So for you last minute listeners, that
Well, I think that's a lot of people anymore.
Yeah. Oh,
It
yeah.
seems like there's so many things that people can do.
right,
I mean, they have they can change schedule anything. They can do anything at the last minute. And that seems like a lot of people. In fact, I know Jan and I do that. We don't know what my schedule is half the time, so we're just spontaneously doing something, going out to eat or whatever we do, and so it is hard right now with families and kids activities and stuff like that. But we would recommend. I mean, I've been going to your concerts now for 3 years, and I know you've had them how many years?
This would be our 6th year.
6 years. So I've gone to half of them. I tell you, honestly, it's one of the best nights, 2 nights that we've had. Jan and I've had. We sit there in those lawn chairs out there in Rogersville and listen to just beautiful Christian music, just over and over, and just seeing the crowds. I mean, you had up to 30,000 or more out there, right?
Yeah, pre-COVID in 2019, we had about 43,000.
43,000 people.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, that kind of shows that here in Southwest Missouri, God's not dead. God's alive.
Amen.
And people want to worship. They want to hear good Christian music. We are excited. Janet is extremely excited. Crowder is her second most favorite group.
Yeah.
Well, they're my
And-
favorite. So
Are they your favorite?
Yeah, they're the top. And I think they're the best performing. Like, they give such a great performance, and you can just feel the Holy Spirit when they play.
Yeah.
And even if people are not into Christian music, they will love this concert. And that's why I think it's so important that people look at it as a ministry opportunity to invite people who maybe wouldn't normally buy a ticket to something like this, because they're going to love it. My brother, Nathan, he's becoming the pastor and taking over our church. I think every single week I see him with the Run Devil Run shirt on.
Yeah.
That Crowder's really famous for putting out there in their merch.
Yeah, actually, that's my favorite song. I wrote that down. I actually asked Matt, our producer. Matt Pearson does a great job, and we're all volunteers here. And I asked Matt when I walked in, I said, "Can we play Run Devil Run with Crowder?" And he said, "Well, I don't think we have permission to play that song." But
I'll give you permission.
But it is, and actually, people they're from Louisiana, and they have this kind of Louisiana beat with the drums and the music. It just sounds so awesome. Then the Christian words comes in with that music. It's just different.
Yeah.
It's just so different. So I love them. God Almighty was one of their biggest songs. I love that song.
Yeah.
I wrote down a couple others too. Come As You Are.
Yeah.
And then Janet likes Red Letters. Have you guys heard Red Letters?
Yes.
And she thinks that's a great song.
Yeah.
So they have great songs.
Yeah. I think, we're really excited and honored to have Crowder this year. It's the first time we've had him as well. My wife and I, we went to a Crowder concert kind of more as scouting for him to play at our festival, and it was just amazed by it. But the other key of this festival is it's more than music too. We present the gospel both nights throughout the day to give an opportunity for folks to make a decision of accepting Christ as their Lord and Savior. The biggest key and the whole reason why we do what we do is that right there. The music and the artist is just the icing on the cake,
Right.
Throughout the festival, if you've never been, just an overall experience, you walk into the gates, you've got food vendors throughout the whole place. We'll still have that there at the fairgrounds as well. We've got a great big kids zone with different inflatables, different activities that happens there. And then the music throughout the day and speakers and guest speakers throughout the day. We have a big pool that at this location, which is our new new location for us. We've never been to the Ozark Empire Fair, but we're setting it up where we're putting a baptismal pool right in the middle of your platinum VIP section, where everyone at 360 range can watch all the baptisms happen throughout the day. We'll have two massive prayer tents on both sides of the stage where people that want to pray or just receive prayer for any need or anything that's happening in their life. We'll have, several hundred volunteers ready to pray for you when you need it, so that is why we do what we do. It's the music is the great part of it, the best part of it, but the better part
music's
is
icing on the cake, but you got to eat the cake, and and so all those
and
other
who doesn't like cake?
No, I like cake. And so tell the audience, we got people from all over the country. Maybe some people from some states not so far from Missouri, they can come, right?
Oh, absolutely. As a matter of fact, we had a gentleman that heard about us in, I think, Sacramento, California.
Wow.
And bought, I think, 15 tickets, and
wow.
They're flying in. They heard about it and wanted to be a part of it. So we've got people from California. We've had people from all over the states come to be a part of this event. We've had them as far as Florida, as far as Oregon, Maine, even as far as Maine. So yeah, there's groups that come, different churches in different states. Indiana is one of them. We get a lot of people from Indiana. They come and want to be a part. They turned it into a week-long event for them, right. and then end it with the 2-day weekend festival, and then head home the next, that Sunday. So I mean, it's a really great idea.
Well, for all the people watching out here, Southwest Missouri, the Springfield, Branson area is just an awesome place to bring your family. So we've had Silver Dollar City on. We've talked about Bass Pro. We've talked about the aquarium. There's all kinds of great entertainment and things like that. But you would miss the boat if you have an opportunity and you can afford to come to Springfield, Missouri, and watch this concert. You won't ever regret it. I'll tell you. So I heard about a story, and maybe it was last year, where a mom and daughter weren't getting along. In fact, they were really at it and very apart, which is dangerous for a teenage daughter and mother not to be together and thinking together. And they came. She was able to buy, she heard about your concert last year, and she was able to buy 2 tickets.
Well, the tickets were gifted to them.
Okay, great. Gifted to them. That's even better. And then she asked her daughter and didn't tell us the rest of the story.
Yeah. So the way we understood it was this relationship between this 8-year-old daughter and mother was just horrendous. I mean, there was so much anger between the daughter with her mother, from the mother's choices, I guess, in life or whatever. And they just had that really bad relationship, and had someone bought them a couple tickets to come to this festival and just be ministered to and enjoy music and just kind of hopefully restore that relationship. Well, when the mother got the tickets and went home, the way we understood it is when she went into her daughter's room to say, hey, we're going to go to this concert, she walked in the middle of her daughter attempting to commit suicide.
Wow.
Ended up resolving that situation, still coming to the festival. When they both get there, they both hear the music, hear the positive message of hope and light, and ended up totally surrendering to the Lord, and then both getting baptized that same night. And then now their relationship is completely restored, and it's a mother and daughter relationship as it should be.
Well, that's an awesome story. And that's why I wanted people to hear that. What Don and I are so proud of, and it is the fact that we all go to church. We all go to these nice buildings, and we go inside and we worship. But, what you do is so unique because you are church without walls. Some of the things I've always thought in the past as I've grown older is even though we've never thought that church would be an obstacle, like my mom took my brother and I every Sunday and stuff like that, I never saw it as an obstacle. But I know growing up that the parents would dress up. Dads wore suits and ties, moms wore fancy hats and nice dresses, and everybody dressed up. Today you can go to church and maybe some people still don't realize that, but you can go with shorts and a t-shirt and sandals. You don't have to dress
Skinny
up
jeans.
skinny jeans
With holes in them.
With holes. I mean, I always tell my grandkids I'll buy them some new jeans because theirs is worn out.
You can find it if you can find a pair of jeans with no holes, brand new. Let me know.
Yeah. So
about every one of them's got holes in them.
Oh yeah. So but it's so much different today, and I'm so glad that we've loosened up our dress code. I still see some older folks with suits and ties.
Sure.
Some of the older men, and they look really neat. They're cute little guys with all dress. But I'm glad that I don't have to wear a tie to church. And I'm glad that other people can feel more comfortable. But they have to feel more comfortable at your environment because they're outside. They don't have any boundaries, and then they can just. So, how many people do you think on the concerts you've had? Do you have hundreds of people that actually accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior?
Oh, we've had thousands.
Thousands. Okay,
yeah, we've had thousands.
I need to give you the right credit.
Thousands.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, God gets the credit, not me. But I think the thing is the whole mission part of why we do this event is because my wife and I we were those people that did not want to go to church. We felt like that if we came in our holy jeans and smelled like cigarette smoke or something like that, back when we were in drugs and alcohol, that we'd walk in and we would just get judged so horrendously that we didn't want that. We didn't want that feeling of being looked down on. And we were like, church is not our thing. We'll do our thing. You all do yours. And, it took doing that very first Christian concert that changed my life and changed my world of thinking, and realizing that, you know what, there's got to be more people out there that were like her and I that didn't want to step foot in church because we didn't like that churchiness. If we didn't like the Bible being thrown down our throats. We didn't like any of that stuff. It didn't do anything for us. It just angered us, and whether that was our own conviction or not, that's between us and the Lord. But the fact of the matter is we weren't ready to hear it because in our mind, we were thinking, well, you guys think you're just goody tissues. And you walk the golden road of perfective, and here, we don't need any of that. So we know that there's other people out there that are like that. So that's why we do what we do and put these festivals on. And this specific one is because the whole focus is to take church outside the world. I don't care where you come from, what kind of background you are, whether you're trying to figure out who you are, having identity concerns or what, it doesn't matter.
No.
Come to our event. We will love you just as much as we love the next person.
Right.
And we won't do it in a religious way. We're called to love our neighbor, right? And that's what we do. Matter of fact, we had, a few years back, a group, I think it was a family or small group or whatever. I'm not sure what it was. I think they were from Colorado, and they were asking about our festival. And she asked me, she goes, well, would we be allowed to come? I'm like, well, why wouldn't you be? She goes, well, we're part of the LGBTQ whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, at first I was set back. I'm like, okay, wait, are you guys, in my mind, I'm thinking, are you guys just wanting to come and riot or whatever? And I had to check in my spirit, and the Lord reminded me, he goes, why are you doing what you do? Here's your opportunity. So I told that lady, I said, you know what? You are more than welcome to come. And as a matter of fact, when you do come, I personally want to meet you. She didn't expect that answer from me.
Right, good.
She expected the opposite.
Yeah.
And that's what our heart is. We don't care what you've done. We don't care what you believe. We just want you to come and enjoy a family-friendly event and honestly, our heart is that you leave that place a new person.
Right.
Amen.
Well, that's so amazing. I guess at my age, I observe people. I think so. So someday when you get to be my age, you'll be watching people. So one of the things I thought interesting the last 2 years that I've gone to your concerts is I sit there and I look around. There's hundreds and hundreds. All you can see is people, which is good. But I watch people. I kind of tune into just like the people right to the right of me, left of me, in front of me, back of me. I'm just kind of looking around, and they are honestly all walks of life. Good people. They wouldn't be not good people if they weren't there. They're good people. They're wanting to hear more. find out more. But I just watched and I thought, well, there's some people that's struggling. I could see it. And there was people that looked pretty wealthy. I could see it. It was just different groups of people. And I think that's what is so important of what you're doing is you're giving people an opportunity to come in and find out who Jesus Christ is, who Jesus Christ is. And I would just always tell people, I say this all the time, it's never too late until it's too late.
Yeah.
There is a moment in your life when you die. And if you die without Jesus Christ, it's too late. I mean, I believe that. I believe that. And most people that know the Bible believe that. And so this is another opportunity.
Even non-believers.
Yeah.
Non-believers understand that. They understand to a point. It's the fact of the matter is it's not a country club. It's not. And that's what we thought it was. It's an opportunity that if you're hurting, whether you have billions in the bank or whether you have $1 in the bank, there's certain levels of hurt that everyone is going through. This is an opportunity to be able to receive hope from your fellow brother or sister and receive a message and be inspired by the words of the music that's played from the stage. Music has a way of entering into your heart without your permission. And that's what we do.
Well, one of the things, and we're going to take a break and I've got to go through sponsors, but John, one of the things I just got thinking about, I've been helping this family of 4 homeless in Christian County for about a week now. And I'm going to try to see if I can buy 4 tickets for them. I want to have them come. If they will come, I would buy them tickets because I'm just encouraging people. If you can't come, maybe you could buy a ticket through your website, through your, what is it? lightthewayministry.com, and you could buy a ticket for someone else that would make a total difference in their
We have
life.
several that do that. They can't make it, or and they want to bless someone. Maybe you're a elderly lady that never had kids or grandkids, and you want to be able to bless a family with that. Call us up. We'll hold the tickets, and we have a list of families that want to come and can't afford it. And we can definitely do stuff like that.
Very good. We got a lot more to talk about. We've got Saturday night. We've got sponsors. I want to make sure we mention some sponsors. We'll talk about some other things. I'm making Matt nervous because I'm going over on the time that we have with our sponsors and stuff like that. But he's very good. And so our first sponsor, Brad Pistow, he was our first sponsor that we had. Good friend of mine. I actually have, Jan and I have all our retirement money, all $100 with Brad Pistow. Now I got a little bit more than that, but honestly, this guy, certified fiduciary financial planner. Fiduciary means he's got your best interest at heart. He never does anything for his interest. He always works for your interest. He has plans where you never lose $1 of your retirement money. Think what the stock market's done the last 2 days. Look where it is. So we're now completely erased all profits of the stock market in the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years. So we're now in a very negative situation. It's probably going to get worse. And if you had your money in stocks right now, you've got a problem. And it's too late to sell. Probably. I'm not your investor expert, but I would tell you it's probably too late to sell. You probably just need to hang on and hope it'll come back. But anyway, call. Pencil and paper, this is very important. Call 417-581-9222, 417-581-9222, and Lisa or Hunter will answer the phone. They're going to send you information. Brad is licensed in 3 or 4 states besides Missouri. He has contacts in all 50 states, so don't worry. He has people that he can refer you to, and he can make sure that your money is invested properly. You'll never run out of retirement money with the plans he has. He's written 2 books, Safe Money Matters, and then the second book, Bulletproof, came out in December, the same time your book. Your book is
Henry Bigtree's 100th birthday party.
Henry Bigtree 100th birthday party. We've had a book signing at Barnes & Noble, and I just encourage people, go online, go to Amazon, go to one of the local bookstores, and they can buy your book, right?
Absolutely.
And it's absolutely a great book for children and even adults, because it's about conservation and about sustainability. It will definitely teach you a lesson. Your book is a very good book. So let's be sure and do that. But Brad Pistow, certified fiduciary financial planner, it's never too early to start thinking about retirement. To look at what inflation's doing with us today. The other sponsor that we have is Youngblood Motor Groups. He was our second sponsor, and they're located at 3525 South Campbell. Unfortunately, they don't have a lot of new cars. They sell Nissan and Kia. They can't keep them in stock, and so a lot of times you've got to point at a picture and order the car, and then a few months later you'll get the car. They have a great selection of over 150 used cars right across on South Campbell. On the other side of the street, they've got great used cars, and used cars for a lot of people are the thing that they have to buy because of the high prices of cars. But John Youngblood, John Whitaker, been in business, family owned for over 43 years, longest going family auto business in Southwest Missouri. And they've got this great program where you can buy online. Like Don, all you young, smart people, you can do that. You don't have to go in those hot afternoons and deal with a car salesman. You can just buy your car online. You can do your trade-in online. You can pick everything out, and then they'll deliver your car. You have a 72-hour guarantee, so you can mess with the car, put the kids, the wife, the dogs, put everything where you want to put it, try it out. If you don't like it, they'll bring you another car. You got 72 hours for that car. Just, I mean, awesome. Nobody else does that, okay? My last two cars I bought from John Youngblood. I'll be buying another car from John Youngblood. So I just love that sponsor. And that's sponsor number 2. Hey, but we've got another new sponsor. So this is really exciting. This is a good friend of ours, Louis Michael. We just talked about Louis Michael. So he's a realtor. He's a realtor down in Ozark, Missouri. He works for the firm. And I tell you, that is a great family business. I know the entire family. I know the parents. I know the daughters. I know them all. And that is a great place to buy a house or to sell a house. And Louis Michael, his phone number is 417-988-1086. 417-988-1086. Now he's going to answer the phone every time, because I've called him and he's been showing homes. He's been out in the field showing a property, and he takes the call. And if he doesn't take the call right then, he'll call you right back. He's a tremendous service person selling homes. And the neat thing is, every time he sells a home or property, a portion of those proceeds goes to his Choosing to Live, his nonprofit that he organized. And he's got, like Don said, he's got some important board members on that group, and they are making a difference in saving lives. Just like John and Beth Wilson, they're difference makers. They're what you say.
Being the change.
And when you're a difference maker and being the change, you are influencing and saving and protecting people's lives. And so we highly encourage you to use our new sponsor, and proud to be able to tag that Choosing to Live, the nonprofit, into that sponsorship. So that's our sponsors today. And so I think we'll go ahead and get started again.
So who's some big sponsors for Light the Way? Because I know you guys have somebody that's coming behind you guys on this.
Yeah, we have a few. One of our top donors we have is Compassion International. It gives an opportunity, a ministry based out of Colorado, where they can come in, give an opportunity to share about young people, young children across seas, across the pond, as I say, that are in need, and have an opportunity where you can adopt a child on a monthly basis that helps support their needs of food, clothing, school supplies, whatever that may look like. So Compassion's one of our partners there. Also, you'll notice this year, you said you've been to our events the last few years, and this year you'll see something a little bit different because of one of our partners with our prayer tent. We normally had one prayer tent. It was a rather large prayer tent on one side of the stage. Well, this year we'll have two prayer tents on both sides of the stage. And it's actually going to be named after one of our other partner called Every Home. It's Every Home for Christ. And their focus is prayer and ministry. And that's what they want to teach people. They want to give you the materials and the know-how of prayer and the importance of prayer. So why not be a part of our festival? So our prayer tents is Every Home Prayer Tents this year.
Wow.
So you'll see that this year, and they're one of our donors. And then Thrivent Financial, those chairs that you're going to be setting in front of the stage, those are all paid for and brought by Thrivent Financial. And
Great.
you have a couple of little surprises sitting on your chair waiting for you
All
when you
right.
get there too. So
I'm excited. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. So those are just a few of them. I mean, I think altogether we have about 32, 34 sponsors. However, we have about 3 spots left for some lower stuff. Like if you're a business owner and you would like to get your logo on our jumbotrons throughout both days of the festival on like a regular rotation, or if you have a 30-second ad or something like that you'd like, hey, maybe I can't afford TV, maybe I can't afford radio, give me a call. We'd love to put you on our screens.
Yeah, so this is an opportunity right now for some local businesses right here in Southwest Missouri. 3 different spots left.
Yeah.
And you want them to come through the website for that, or how do you want them to get a hold of you?
Yeah, they can just go to the website, and then our information is down on the bottom, and they can email me directly from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, very good.
Well, I love what you said earlier, that music just has a way of entering the heart without your permission. I think that's how God built us. I think music is such a fundamental way that the Lord does ministry. And I just really, just the way that Crowder writes music, it's anointed. You know that they did not just sit down, and especially the way these songs just really form together. That they're very inspired by God. And I think that's the big part that people don't understand when they come to these festivals, is that they just don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Like the Lord just breaks the walls down that they have.
Right. I think a lot of it is music. Most songs are written from life experiences. And a lot of these artists that are on our stage have had that experience. And the gift that the Lord has blessed them with is to be able to write it in paper and then have music wrapped behind it. And then that's how they relate to us, who may be faced with that same circumstance that song is. But then toward the end or whatever, in most songs, it brings out, well, there was hope. God came and restored, or what have you. And that's the importance. And like I said, most music and lyrics are written from life experiences.
Well, I'm going to grab our producer real quick so we can play that song. Okay, we have a featured song that we're going to play. Awesome. So Faith Zimmer's been on the show, and John Wilson has not heard her, but she just came out with a new release. And I think it's really fitting for the theme that we're talking about today, that, you just can't really hide what the Lord has put inside of you, and purpose and all of that. And so we're going to play this song, and just please come out to the concert. We're going to have a great time. And
right.
It's the whole thing, right?
Well, we'll just see how much time we've got. Yeah.
There's a bittersweet secrecy I find when I lock my purpose up inside. It may be quite frail, but no, it hasn't quite gone. Stay. There's a comfortable complacency I found when I lay my dreams cold beneath the ground. I kept them safe. It's time to put them into play. Oh, how long have I been asleep, caught up in the deepest, sweetest lullaby? All the time flies by. When you walk with eyelids closed, there is still a part of you that knows that the sun still shines, and you can never hide. There's a glittering glow upon the air. Whenever I remember that it's there, this love I cast aside is surely coming back to life. Oh, this love I cast aside is surely coming back to life. Oh, how long have I been asleep, caught up in the deepest, sweetest lullaby? How the time flies by. When you walk with eyelids closed, there is still a part of you that knows that the sun still shines, and you can never hide. You can never hide. When you walk with eyelids closed, there is still a part of you that knows that you can never hide.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
Faith Zimmer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can't hide when God puts something inside of you, you know, just like what you're doing, you can't run from it. You know, you might try to push it aside, but it's gonna make its way back out, because that's what the Lord's so good about doing.
Amen.
Bringing purpose through people and being vessels.
Yeah, John, you know, I was thinking about that beautiful music there
Mhm.
and what you guys are going to have at your concert, both on Friday and Saturday. You're going to have Lecrae on Saturday.
Mhm.
He's very popular too. And, you know, I think music softens you up.
Mhm.
It prepares you. And that way you're ready to receive the word.
Right.
And so when you think about that, that's exactly right. Because even when we go to church on Sundays or Wednesday nights, you always have music first.
Mhm.
And then you hear the word.
Mhm.
And so you're really in the mood after you sing and stuff like that. And you hear that, you know, you participate in singing and you hear all the beautiful music, the instruments and people singing and stuff like that. I think that's awesome. So she's very prolific in writing her own music. And I just think that she's going to be a superstar someday. They're just great young Christian people that's in this band. And we wish them all the best. And so maybe someday we'll get them hooked up with you where you can meet them and stuff. They might be able to play some concert even at church. I mean, you do concerts in the wintertime indoors. You have to indoors because
Be a little cold outside.
otherwise we'd be throwing snowballs and listening to music. But you know,
That sounds like a fun concert.
yeah, I think it'd be fun. You know, my grandkids would love it. So that might get them there. So that's great. Well, hey, we appreciate you and Beth so much, and being our difference makers in Southwest Missouri and what you guys do. And we wish you all the best. Continue to keep us informed. I try to watch everything, all the emails you send out and stuff like that. And you probably have room for a few more volunteers.
Actually, no.
No, you got them.
We've got them all. We
Okay.
had to shut down our volunteer signups on Friday last week.
Okay, well, we posted it on Wednesday on our calendar.
Yeah,
that you
perfect
needed,
timing.
That you needed. I saw that on email, and I wrote that down. He needs volunteers, but now you got them.
And we've got them.
Praise the Lord.
You
We
guys
got
still
'em.
have a fundraiser going on though, right? To help the ministry of Light the Way, that people can donate to that directly.
Yeah, we're always fundraising to just kind of help keep our doors open so we can bring in more events like this and do other things. You know, also I know that you're a mission member, a monthly mission member. There's options for that, and mission members get into discounts, concerts, get early news access, hear about things that's happening before it happens, and a few surprises along the way that you don't know until we know. And
Cool.
so yeah, and you can be a mission member by donating every month, a minimum of 25 on up to whatever amount you want to do. And then that gives you all those extra perks. So
Very good. Very good. Well, appreciate you being here. Next week, Don, we're going to have two young people, a young man and woman that run the library system in Christian County. We have 4 libraries in Christian County. I will tell you, all over the country, people are watching all over the country, and libraries are very important. And we have National Reading Month coming up. And so parents, grandparents, get your grandkids, get your children to the libraries, utilize them. They're a great resource. Very important in our district. Have a great day, and we'll see you next Wednesday. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock.
Can I get an amen?